I'm here with K9 Bundrage as he prepares to face Corey Spinks later this in June 30th in Indio, California. I want to welcome you, K9, and thanks for sharing your time with me.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. One love.
You took Corey Spinks' IBF title in August of 2010, and you've only fought one time since, a successful return bout with Saku Powell, while a scheduled title rematch with Spinks has been scratched from potential venues to include Florida, Switzerland, San Jose, California on the undercard of Guerrero Aydin, to apparently have now settled in Indio, California on June 30th in as neutral a setting as one can find, as fighting in Florida was a concern for you before. How much, if at all, have these constant changes affected you, whether in terms of your mental focus or your fight preparation?
Oh, my job is just to stay ready, and whether it's in Switzerland, California, or Memphis, whether it's even in St. Louis, Detroit, I stay ready spiritually, mentally, and physically. It hasn't distracted me at any point in my training preparation for the fight. Just like when the fight was canceled 3 times, the first time when I fought Corey Spinks, I got a little upset, but I stayed focused, and that's how I became world champ.
Are you relieved that the bout seems to have finally found a home?
I mean, I was play regardless. He was gonna fight regardless. So, it didn't affect me at all. And I'm just happy that my fans get a chance to see me on Showtime, and it's been a long time coming. And now it's here.
So the bout will be televised?
Yes, it's on Showtime.
Okay. Let's see. Golden Boy recently won the purse bid, giving them promotional rights to your bout with Spinks over your own promoter, Don King. Being this is your last contractual fight under King, is this a move on the part of Oscar and company to get you to sign on, or have they approached you in that way?
They haven't approached me. That like Richard Schaefer and Golden Boy was saying is that they get interest in the junior middleweight division. The junior middleweight division is the hottest division in boxing, and it just makes sense to promote the fight. And we'll see what happens later on, but I'm not signed with anyone. I just look forward to big things in 2012 for K9 Cornelius Bundrage, Team K9, Christians, Nick. God bless America. The dog is coming.
There you go. So if something with Golden Boy doesn't happen for you, do you have any idea who you might turn to for your promotional needs?
Oh man, you know what? I like what Floyd is doing. I like what Canelo is doing. I want it has to be like a conjunction. It has to be like we have to get together. Come out with K9 promotions. Why shouldn't I be a promoter? A lot of promoters are getting all the money and they ain't throwing no punches. So I'm looking forward to the K9 promotions. I want to get my promotions out here, and we can do business with Golden Boy or whoever we do business with. But I just want to get out here too. I don't want to just be K9 a fighter and that's just it. A lot of fighters, when they retire, man, they end up broke, and that's not gonna be me. I make sure that not only will I help myself and my family, I want to help other fighters. It's a good thing that Oscar is a promoter now. It's a good thing that Floyd is a promoter now, because they know, being in the other side of the ring, that and inside the ring, they know how fighters, they get treated and how they shouldn't get treated, and they've been treated a certain way, and they're gonna have the best interest with the fighters than an average promoter who never been in the ring.
That's a great answer. Well, save me a spot, man. Publicist or something over there. Hey, again, your upcoming fight with Spinks is to be your last under King, and you've expressed dissatisfaction because you, at 39 years of old as a world champion, haven't been very busy at all, fighting a total of 3 times in the last 3 years. Can you speak to that?
I don't know what's up my father at 39. I'm 23. God is great, man. And I wish Don King the best. I'm not under contract with Don King. The contract is breached, so this fight is not with Don King. You can probably see Don King at the fight, but he'd be there with Corey Spinks. K9 is a free agent, and Golden Boy know that too. So that's a good thing. I'm glad that they actually won the purse bid, and I look forward to reaching out to Golden Boy, and we could do some business, if everything is on the up, and so far, they say the first impression is supposed to be your best impression, and I take my hat off to them because me not even being signed with them, and they promoting this fight and it's on Showtime. I mean, shoot, that's the best job a promoter has ever did with me, and then I use my promoter.
Yeah, that's definitely a change of plans. Emmanuel Stewart was in your corner for the first Spinks fight, even though at the time he was more your manager. Of course, now Manny plays more of a part in your training, along with regular Chief Second Javon Sugar Hill. When that wasn't necessarily the case some time ago, what caused you two to get together as fighter and trainer on a more periodic basis?
Well, Emmanuel's home base is Detroit, Michigan. I'm here in Detroit, Michigan. I'm a champ of the world. I'm one of the best fighters in the world. Emmanuel is the best trainer of all time. It just makes sense for me and him to unite. I'm right here. I've been Crunk, for a long time. I stayed down the street from Crunks. And, Emmanuel was the CEO of Crunk. So it just made sense for us to get together. And it's been a good relationship. We've been doing, good work together. And so far, we're flawless.
You mentioned that Sugar Hill's Manny Stewart's nephew. Is that correct?
Yes. And speaking of him, okay, I just had to put that out there. IBF Champion of the world, Cornelius K9 Bundrage.
There you go. Hey, because Manny works with various fighters to include like Andy Lee and the Klitschko's to start, he's not always available for you. Will he be in your corner for the Spinks rematch?
Oh yeah, most definitely. He'd be in my corner. Yeah, he busy, but God is busy and God got time for us. Manny got time for me, God, and Manny's a good trainer. That's my manager, so he'd definitely be at the fight. He'd be working my corner. He was at he worked my last fight, and the fight before that. Yeah, Manny's a cool guy, man. So if you hear anything bad, don't believe it. It's all good.
Okay. I didn't want to let this one pass by, but I know you mentioned your wife, Shawana, also plays a part in your training, having previously worked the corner for you in the past. Does she still have a hand in that or any other aspects of your boxing career?
You're a smart man. See, people are keeping it out. My wife, I call her the LOB, the lady of boxing. And a lot, I might throw her alley-oop, but she might duck it because she can hoop too. But she definitely plays a big role in my career. Here and then, she might give me some pad work. She tell me, boy, put them gloves on, let's work. I got something to work on. So I definitely mad respect for her. She's not only my wife, she's my co-manager, and she's my assistant trainer, and she's like my everything,
Yeah.
God first, but that's my baby. He that receives the wife receives a good thing and favor from God. God is great.
Sounds good to me. You got all the angles, man. You're an angles fighter. Hey, is your training camp going to be held at the Kronk Gym, and has it gotten underway already?
Man, we train right next door to Corey Speaks. We see him lifting the medicine ball, we gonna lift the medicine ball too. We see him doing push-ups, we gonna do push-ups too. Yeah, Iron Man is in the building, baby.
So what does that mean? You training in Florida because that's where he's at?
Yeah. I probably go out and be on the real. Right now, I'm in Detroit training, but we gonna move around. Maybe in a couple of weeks we might go out there because Emmanuel's gonna go out there and train Klitschko, I think, in Florida. So we probably will be moving wherever he go to. But I really don't know exactly where I will end up at within the next week or two. But so far, camp has been good right here at home.
Okay. Hey, let's talk about your first bout with Spinks, where you became the IBF Junior Middleweight Champ. You defeated Corey by a 5th-round TKO in his hometown of St. Louis, and you stated that if he went toe-to-toe with you, he was in trouble. That's pretty much more or less what he did, and he obviously paid the price. Do you think Corey will stand his ground again, or are you prepared to deal with him if he decides to use the ring more?
Well, he lifted, so, lifting means that he definitely respects the power that I have. Guess he's trying to gain some strength or whatever. But, don't know what he gonna do, but yeah, my concern is he gonna have to worry about what I'm gonna do because I'm the champ of the world. You know, he's a former champion, I'm the champion, and I'm the guy that took the dub from him. So you know, he gotta make sure he right. I'm gonna be right, and whether he box, whether he fight, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna still win, I'm gonna still be champ of the world, and you know, it's predestinated, and it's gonna happen in Jesus' name.
Hey, when your right hand lands, it looks to pay the bills, and that's the same hand that did Spinks in the first time around. Will you be looking to set him up for the right again, or without giving your game plan away? How do you generally see the rematch playing out in your mind?
Well, you know, the Bible says, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is saying. I mean, we're working on some things, you know, and I'm quite sure he wouldn't tell me what he's working on and what his game plan is. But like I say, you know, we're ready for whatever. And, you know, just prepare to see K9 at his best, you know, and it's going to be a wonderful night. You know, Showtime should be real happy, you know, to have, you know, K9 on the air, just as well as I'm happy to be on Showtime June 30th. I think it's going to be a good relationship, and hopefully, you know, I can continue to do, you know, big business with Showtime or HBO or pay-per-view because, you know, the dog is coming. 2012 was my year, and God is great.
Well, you've been around for a while, so I wish you the best on that. Speaking of right hands, one of the knocks on you in the past is that you're predominantly a right-hand fighter. Where are you at in terms of developing the left hand, or is that criticism less than accurate in your opinion?
Yeah, I can do a little something, everything. And all you gotta do is just rewind some of the DVDs or go to YouTube and check out a few more fights. You know, watch The Contender or watch watch on ESPN too. I mean, I can do a little everything. It just depends on who I'm fighting and what the game plan is. But you know, you just tune in June 30th and you'll see. Like I say, I'll be ready.
You know what, you mentioned about going into the first Spinks fight that you were reported to have remained motivated even though the bout was postponed 4 times. Now you're fighting a little over a year since you last fought, and I imagine it's tough to keep yourself mentally motivated as a champion under those circumstances. Can you speak to that and perhaps to the fact that you might have some ring rust?
You know, one thing about it, man, is I don't let nothing get to me, you know. I done been through worse, you know, just not fighting in a year ain't nothing. It's been times I hadn't fought in 2 years. I mean, look at my career has been like a seesaw. It's been like a roller coaster, you know, and I'm prepared, man. I'm prepared. I stay ready mentally, spiritually, and physically. I got a good wife, you know, God said he receive the right, receive the good thing, and women are helpmates, so she helped me out a whole lot, man. It's times when you're doing good, you're going to still feel down. It's times that when you're not doing good, you're going to feel down, and you just need somebody on the side of you that's just telling you, baby, everything going to be okay. Everything going to be all right. I got 2 beautiful boys, too, man. They keep me going. You know, I just wake up in the morning and I see my little sons, and I just feel so good just to know that I'm actually a daddy, and to see my wife and to actually know that I'm married, and just to be alive, man. I've been through a whole lot, man. I mean, you know, from the hood to Hollywood, I've been shot at, man. I've been through a lot, man. That's what I'm trying to tell young people, man. With God, all things are possible. I didn't graduate, but I'm a world champion. I mean, you know, guys that come from where I come from, man, they don't make it this far. They don't even make it they don't make it from the hood to the mall. I mean, I done made it from the hood to Hollywood. I done been to UK, Germany. I done fought on a Contender. I'm a world champion. I done fought on Showtime. I'm gonna fight on Showtime again. Man, God is great. I mean, he said he would never leave you or forsake you. And during my darkest times of my career, you know, Simon was dying, thinking everything was gonna be okay, and I only fought like once a year. Man, God is great. Who would have thought that Golden Boy would be for me and win the first bid? And not only win the first bid, like far. And they're not even promoting me. That ain't nothing with God, man. Ain't nothing with God. I thank the Holy Spirit. I thank Jesus all the time.
Yeah, like you were saying, a lot of things happen in boxing, but let me ask you this. You've been fighting professional since 1995 and finally gained some notoriety as a result of the Contender Series. But in initially facing Spinks the first time, there were many doubters in that you were up against a name fighter while you were considered more or less a a product of the media to a certain extent. With that said, you seem to be motivated and playing the role of the underdog, identifying with the term the Black Rocky. Can you speak to that term and how you feel it suits you?
Well, you know, being the underdog, man, is cool because I take the under out and with the dog. So I just take it not the under, but the dog. And you know, I don't pay attention to what the odds are and who's betting on what. And you know, I gotta get there, and my opponent gotta get in there. It don't matter about how much you bet on this guy, or how much you bet on that guy. The best fighter gonna win. And so I don't even listen to all the, you know, crazy talk about you. Such and such gonna beat you, man. Floyd Mayweather gonna beat you. You know, man, you finna fight who? You finna fight who? Man, I'm Iron Man. I'm alright.
Hey,
I keep God first, you know. So I'm straight. He said, fear nobody but him. I don't fear no man. All I fear is God.
Yeah, I want to refer to your last loss, which came on the heels of a solid win over former world champion Kasim Uma, and we spoke about this. That loss was to a friend of yours named Grady Brewer, who you were not interested in fighting at the time, but you ended up being glad that the bout took place because it was a major turning point in your career. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I don't like to talk about losses. You know, it's about, you know, winning. And when you winning, everybody love you, want to be, you know, part of your camp. But man, when you a loser, your own mama deny you. I wish you would never going. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm a winner, and that fight, you know, I became a winner because I was able to go overseas and fight a guy undefeated 19-0 with 15 knockouts and win and beating him, and and destroying him by fifth round knockout. I was able to get in position to be the number 2 mandatory fight for Corey Spinks. And, you know, that's the reason why I'm champ of the world, because I take chances and I don't fear no man.
That was that was Basagarov, right?
Yeah. And if you look up right now, he's a WBO world champion. So I mean, that just let you know that K9 for real. I done beat former world champions, and I beat a fighter right now who's a world champion. And you know, they might have never given me credit, but it's all good. As long as God get the credit, he gonna get the credit for the things that I do because he deserves it.
Hey, you said line him up, I'm going to knock him down. That's something you said in the past. And you've also stated that a goal of a champion should be to get all the belts. Who along those lines would you like to face if you, in fact, get by Corey Spinks a second time? Or who would you like to fight in the future?
I'd like to fight Cotto, Canelo, Floyd, and Pacquiao. Them the guys I want to fight. Those guys in my weight class. You know, of course, you know, I guess I would be underdog probably to all of them, which makes no sense to me. But it probably makes sense to them. But like I said, though, I don't pay attention to who's supposed to win. It's about who's going to win. It's about who won and who will win. And, you know, I got Jesus, man. So, you know, you can never doubt me. You can never say that I can't do something. Because whenever you say I can't do it, I'm going to prove that I can. And all you got to do is look at my career, man. Every time, you know, I've had a loss, I bounce back with a bigger win. And, you know, it's easy to say, well, how he the best and he lost 4 fights when this guy, he ain't never lost. You know what I mean? But if you look at history, he done lost a lot of fights. Well, not a lot of fights, but lost a few fights. Well, how long he done lost a few fights? He's considered the best, the greatest of all time. So, don't take my losses, the 4 losses I had in consideration. 2 of the fights that I lost, I really didn't lose. So, I mean, but every loss is a win because I'm the champ of the world now. So it's a new start for me. 39 is a new 23. The dog is coming. I'm hitting springs. I'm running faster and faster and faster.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm punching harder and harder and harder.
On a sour note, I mean, Paul Williams is out of the Canelo fight. He obviously got into a terrible accident. He severed his spine and looks like he's paralyzed. Again, that's unfortunate. I wish Paul the best. But to step in his place, word is that Canelo will be fighting James Kirkland. What do you think of that fight?
Well, that's just all talk. Until something gets signed, you can't really, take nothing too serious. So let's just sign. Then he want to sign. The players have to actually, get in the ring and fight for it to actually happen. Now, I don't believe that him and James Turkey will actually fight because something's supposed to be wrong with his shoulder. But if they do fight, let the best man win. I'm just, paying attention to what I have to do June the 30th, and go from there. A lot of people be so concerned about the next man. Well, K9, man, that's messed up, man. Canelo's finna fight Paul Williams, man. And, man, I ain't concerned with that, man. I'm a world champion. I'm gonna be straight regardless. I'm gonna get mine, baby.
There you go.
I'm gonna get mine because I'm K9. And I do have God.
You're the man. Hey, I guess I'm getting close to wrapping up here. You were the first guy to capture a world title since Tommy Hearns 26 years ago. But you haven't fought in Detroit since you captured your title. Is there any reason why you haven't been able to get a bout going there up in the city of Detroit?
Well, we haven't fought in a minute, so, we'll see what happens. It's business for me. I ain't that pressed to fight in my city if the money ain't right. I pay my dues. You can't just shortchange me. Of course, it's easy to fight in the city. I can fight in the city. That's real easy to do. But are they gonna be willing to pay me what I'm worth? People there, boxing is a cutthroat, man. Boxing, the business part, man, can be worse than a dope game. You have to be real careful, man. People will play you if you allow them to play you. Like I said, I can fight in the city, but I'm not about to fight in the city just for no chump change. And people, man, you should fight in the city. Nah, you fight in the city. You can fight for that chump change, but I'm a champ of the world. So, it got to make sense. You know what I mean? I would even, don't get me wrong, it's my city, and I would be lenient towards my city more than I would any other city. I would accept less in my city than I would for other cities, but you just can't just, any kind of way. But, I look forward to fighting the city, soon as a world champion and still world champion. And I look to collect the belts, too. I look to collect the belts. I'm looking to fight Canelo soon. I don't know when, but, hopefully, we glove up real soon. Most likely, hopefully, we glove up September the 16th or 17th when he has his actual date, and I look forward to fighting whoever else got a belt. The guy, Bassverov, the guy I beat up in Germany, I don't mind, taking his belt. And, if Cotto want to do a little something, man, he can glove up. We can go ahead and fight. I got a lot of respect for Cotto, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. He's a good fighter. He did real good against Floyd, and I just want to fight the best. Not only be undisputed, I want to fight the best. And I want to fight people where it's going to make sense, where people are going to say, man, man, that was a good fight, man, I can't wait to see that. Not just fight somebody, just to be fighting because they want me to fight them, because they team want me to fight them. These guys be on my Twitter page, man, K9, you should fight such and such, you should fight Laura, or you should fight such and such, and these guys gotta do something, man. They gotta do something. Whether Laura beat Paul Williams or not, Paul Williams won the fight. When Laura fought against Carlos Molina, Carlos Molina, it was a draw, but Carlos Molina won the fight. So man, you gotta do more than just, look okay. You gotta do more than just look alright. You gotta do more than just look good. You gotta be a name. You gotta be a big name. I done paid my dues. They don't want to give me the big name that I really have. I mean, I was happy when I fought on the Contender. When I saw Floyd Mayweather, this was before I became world champion. And when Floyd was going to fight Oscar De La Hoya, I was downtown. They had a press conference, and Floyd was like, K9, I seen the power. That made me feel good. It let me know that if the pound for pound best fighter in the world at the time know who I am. I know millions and millions of people know who I am because the Contender was viewed by millions and millions of people all over the world, everywhere I go. As a broke celebrity at the time, people would be like, K9! I was in California, the bus driver was like, K9! I went for the UK, the crowd was K9! K9! And I deserve mine, man. I deserve mine. I brought a lot of fighters. I brought a lot of fighters to the sport. I brought a lot of people to the sport. And I deserve mine. Corey Spinks got his. He made millions of dollars. It's time for K9 to get his.
Hey, man, you know what? Before I let you go here, I want to thank you again for sharing your time with me. And I remember that song you were singing, you're heading back to Cali, Cali. But before we wrap up, is there anything you'd like to say to fight fans?
and going back to Cali. Yeah, yeah, I just want to tell my fans, man, that hey, with God, all things are possible. Without God, nothing's possible. You know, be happy. Be happy. And the way to be happy is you got to do the right things. You got to make the right decisions. You know, don't let the economy get you down. Stay up. They can reach out, you know what I'm saying, if they want to talk to me about something, they can reach out on my K9, on my Twitter page, K9 Boxing, Facebook K9 Boxing. You know, and all I can do is try to sow a seed, man. But be happy no matter what. That's all I can, you know, really tell them is be happy no matter what. I'm happy no matter what.
Hey, K9, I wish you the best of luck. I'll be at your fight in Indio, and I'll see you soon.
Glove up, Nick. Glove up, man.
You're the man. Take care.
All right, bro.
Bye-bye.